Hello kids, it's teacher Didi for a new science video, and today we will see why mask is important for fight coronavirus.
Hi, it's Doug. During the coronavirus pandemic, wearing masks has become a common thing. While some people don't like the way that masks make them look or feel, recently some inventors have come up with clever ways to make wearing masks a little more fun, like these masks with LED light displays in them.
I can't. Look. Oh, holy night.
Someone named Isla has a question about masks. Let's give Isla a call now.
Hi, Doug.
Hi, Isla.
I have a question for you. Do masks really stop the coronavirus?
Ooh, that's an important question. A year ago, if I had told you that everyone would be wearing masks to school and in stores, you probably wouldn't have believed me. But now, wearing a mask has almost become kind of normal, like wearing shoes and socks. And honestly, wearing a mask isn't always fun. They're uncomfortable sometimes, and it keeps us from seeing each other's smiles. And that's kind of sad. That's what makes this question such a good one. We're going through all this trouble to wear masks. But why? And how do we even know if masks work? Before I say anything more, what do you think? How do you think masks protect us from the coronavirus?
So kids, how do you think masks protect us from coronavirus? Maybe you will think of the transmission of viruses in the air. So maybe you know the particles can be stay. Yeah. When you breathe out and breathe in, you can put some water. You have some of your own cells in the air, and you can spread the viruses you have. So the mask can limit your spreadness. We will see that what the answer. Oh.
Masks aren't a new thing. In fact, people have been wearing them for a really long time, just not always for the right reasons. Hundreds of years ago, people thought that bad smells was what made them sick. And they thought that if they wore masks full of nice-smelling perfumes and flowers, they wouldn't smell stinky things and get sick. Since that time, we've learned that germs, not smells, is what really makes people sick. But we still wear masks. Why is that? It all has to do with this. These slowed-down images have been taken with a special camera. You see the tiny droplets of saliva flying through the air? Germs, like the germs that cause coronavirus, can live in those tiny droplets. When a sick person talks, coughs, or sneezes, those tiny droplets can fly pretty far and reach a lot of people. And that's the problem. When other people breathe in those droplets, they can get sick too. That's why you always hear people telling you to cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. It's so that you don't spray those droplets all over the place. Now, this is where masks come in. Watch what happens to the droplets when a person wears a mask. You see how the mask helps keep a lot of those droplets in? It's kind of like covering your mouth when you cough or sneeze. Wearing a mask helps keep a lot of droplets filled with germs, like coronavirus, from going into the air where other people can breathe them in. And the fewer droplets people breathe in, the less of a chance they'll get sick. Now, experiments like these are good at showing us how masks work. But is that really enough? I mean, we want to know if masks really stop the coronavirus from spreading. Outside of a scientist's lab, is there any proof? Well, actually, there is. Some of the best evidence we have for wearing masks comes from the real world. One person who didn't know that he had the coronavirus flew to Canada on a crowded airplane. He was coughing the entire flight. Now, you would think his germs would fly all over and make other people sick. But after the plane landed, none of the 25 people sitting around him got coronavirus. Why was that? Well, for the entire flight, he was wearing a mask. The mask kept most of his germs from flying into the air when he coughed, keeping the people around him safe. And that's not the only story. 2 hairstylists cut 140 people's hair while they had coronavirus. The hairstylist didn't know they were sick. They just kept cutting people's hair for days. But luckily, they were still wearing masks, and none of the people whose hair they cut got sick. Now, this doesn't mean it's safe for someone who has the coronavirus to go outside and wear a mask. That would be a bad idea. They could infect other people. But still, it shows that masks work very well. And masks haven't only helped in small places. They've helped entire countries. In places where almost everyone started wearing masks, like South Korea, fewer and fewer people have been getting sick with the coronavirus. Now, that said, masks don't totally protect us from the coronavirus. Some germs can still get into the air, even with a mask on. But examples like these show us that masks really do help. Now, some of you may be thinking, the people in these examples were sick. What if we don't have the coronavirus? Why do we have to wear a mask when we're not even sick? And this is why the coronavirus is really complicated. Some people who get the coronavirus feel really sick, while others, like the hairstylists, don't feel sick at all. They feel totally fine and didn't even know they had it. But that doesn't mean they can't still spread the germs through the air when they talk, or cough, or sneeze. So wearing a mask is important, even if you don't feel sick at all, just in case. We share this planet with a lot of moms and dads, friends, teachers, grandparents, and we all need to take care of each other in the best way we can. So even if there's a tiny chance that by wearing a mask, we can keep someone from getting the coronavirus, it's definitely worth it. So in summary, masks work by keeping a sick person's germs from spreading into the air when they talk, cough, or sneeze. The fewer germs that get into the air, the less of a chance people will breathe them in and get sick. We're learning more and more about the coronavirus each day, and the more we learn, the more we understand that masks are working, and some of the best examples we have come from real life. That's all for this week's question. Thanks, Isla, for asking it. Before you vote on next week's question, we put together some...
So we see that mask protect you by keeping the germs, the viruses you can get on you, you know, and you will not share your viruses if you wear a mask. Okay, we'll see the bonus of this activity if we have. So the 5 creative way to stay safe. Okay.
Number 5.
To keep germs from spreading, keep your distance from other people. Can you come up with an invention that make that fun? A hoop protects your space and even add a rolling table. But making a hoop is hard. What an invention can you buy at home? Yes, because it's dangerous also. People are crazy. Yeah. At the end, yeah. Okay, Chinese people. One Chinese school at student made at like one worm by an emperor 1,000 years ago. A long flap keeps students far apart. Okay. It's funny. Ay.
Number 4.
Imagine that it's your birthday, but you can't have friends over. Oh, it's very sad. How can people have party while staying apart? ID? But you can make an online birthday, but it's less interesting. You could have a car powered, or people could leave message outside. Or could people graduate together or have a school dance? Yeah, happy birthday. Oh, she have many friends. Oh. So you have creative things to celebrate your birthday, even if you cannot see your friend because it's COVID time, so you have to protect yourself and protect the other. So you can have fun. You can always have fun. Check out this creative celebration. A boy threw a dance for his babysitter. This graduation party has a real face on pretend people. Yeah, yeah. That look like a wedding. Ah, okay. That it's a graduation party with real face on pretend people. Yeah. I'm not sure it's the best thing to do.
Number 3.
Okay, this sign tell people what to do, but check out the blue sign. This one, what do you think that one is telling you to do? To dance? To dance? These people have figured out the sign message. It tells you that this is a place for silk work, even work silly in their own ways. Oh. Funny people. Make your own silly work sign. Put it in your home or have an adult put it outside. You can also write silly direction on the side of the work. Hmm. Oh, it's funny. Okay.
Number
Continue.
2.
10 of thousands of flamingos have flocked to this city lake. So why do you think that happening? Why now? Maybe it's the season and maybe now there is less pollution? Or maybe it's a migration some days during the year? Oh, they don't give the answer? What that happen now? Many fish maybe? Oh, they don't give the answer, okay. But it will be later. Many animals are visiting city, not just flamingos. There are less pollution in the air and the water. And fewer people out to be scared of. Yeah. Monkey Laburi! Oh, it's Laburi! Oh, it's international video, kids, huh? Laburi City. Yeah, it can be dangerous now. With animals in liberty. If animals are even stranger place, since people aren't going to museum, zookeepers have given curious birds a chance to roam. Hmm. Wow. Yes, animal is stranger place. Oh, what? It's crazy.
And now, the last one.
An art museum had a fun idea. Dress up like a painting. People use silly stuff from around their home. What could you use to make a collar on a patch? Well, you can use photo or pictures and call past the picture together and draw on it. People get very creative. Look closely at what people use. Can you spot any rolls of toilet paper? What other thing do you notice? Yeah, dress. Yes. Paint. With a dog is funny too. Okay, it was the last one. Try it out. Here are 3 famous paintings to choose from. You can copy one using blanket, paper, fruits, pet, or more. Yes, you can try to reproduce this picture by yourself. Okay, it's the end of the lesson. Okay, kids, don't start. It's the end of the lesson. See you another day. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.